In a forceful and deeply symbolic appeal to the conscience of the international community, United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights Volker Türk has issued a direct call to the United States. Immediately withdraw the sanctions targeting judges and officials of the International Criminal Court. This isn't just another diplomatic dispute, it's a showdown over the soul of international justice. These sanctions, originally imposed in 2020 by the Trump administration, were aimed squarely at ICC officials who dared to investigate alleged war crimes committed by U.S. military forces in Afghanistan and by Israeli forces in the occupied Palestinian territories. The measures included asset freezes, visa bans, and public condemnation, an unprecedented move by a powerful nation against an independent international tribunal. Though the Biden administration formally lifted sanctions on former ICC prosecutor Fatou Bensouda in 2021, it has not renounced the threat of punitive action. And that threat has returned with full force following recent moves by the ICC's current prosecutor, Karim Khan, to pursue arrest warrants for leaders of both Hamas and Israel after the brutal 2023 Gaza war. The U.S. response was swift and hostile, with bipartisan outrage erupting across Congress and growing calls for legislative retaliation, including threats to impose new sanctions and defund ICC-related activities. Volker Türk's warning is clear. The use of state power to punish judges for upholding the law is a direct attack on the integrity of justice itself. Judicial independence, the cornerstone of the rule of law, is endangered when any state, no matter how powerful, decides that its own actions are beyond legal scrutiny. The ICC, established by the Rome Statute and supported by over 120 nations, was never meant to bow to political pressure. It was built to stand for victims, to prosecute the world's worst crimes when national courts fail to act. For survivors of atrocities in places like Darfur, Myanmar, Ukraine, and the Middle East, the ICC is not an abstract legal body. It is often their last, fragile hope for justice in a world that has too often failed them. And now that hope is under siege. As Türk reminds the world, undermining the ICC through sanctions and intimidation sets a chilling precedent, one that not only weakens global mechanisms of accountability but emboldens perpetrators who count on impunity. Human rights advocates, legal scholars, and international organizations have joined in condemning the U.S. stance, with Human Rights Watch warning that such actions send a dangerous signal. That geopolitics, not justice, will determine who faces consequences and who escapes them. This is more than a clash between the United States and the court. It is a defining moment for the future of international law. If powerful nations can weaponize their influence to silence investigations and shield themselves from legal exposure, then the entire architecture of post-World War II justice begins to crumble. Türk's appeal is not just about the ICC, it's about defending a fragile system that holds tyrants, war criminals, and those in power accountable on behalf of the voiceless. The world must now decide. Will it stand behind an independent judiciary that operates without fear or favor? Or will it allow might to continue rewriting what is right? In this moment of reckoning, the credibility of the global human rights order hangs in the balance, and the choice made by the United States will echo far beyond the halls of The Hague or the chambers of Washington. It will resonate in the hearts of victims, survivors, and defenders of justice across the world. Because justice, when delayed or denied for the sake of politics, is not justice at all. It becomes a performance, and those who suffer the consequences are rarely the ones in power.